how do I put this question to you, huh? Because there's no... I think it's a stupid question. Would you like KD on the Pistons? Yeah, I would. I'd like a time machine, and I'd love the Pistons to draft Shaq, Kobe, and the whole crew. I'd love it all. But how realistic is this? Are you going to trade for him? And walk me through the trade. Realistically, you're the Nets. You're giving up arguably one of the 3-4 best players in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I want everything.
Under contract, by the way.
I want everything.
Yeah.
Whatever you like, you can't have anymore if you want him.
Yeah.
That's my approach. So you're not going to wait for his contract to expire.
No, it's like, what is he on, a multi-year deal?
Well, I mean, he has the opt-out, but it's still a few years.
Right.
You going to trade for Kevin Durant? How? And I really thought this through. There's not a single trade scenario that made sense to me because I don't want to trade Ivy.
I'm so glad you said that because me trying to break down this trade deal to you is nearly impossible because I don't know what the net. If I'm the Nets, like you said, I'm asking for Ivy or Cade. Give me a young, potentially superstar player, and then give me assets. Pistons, where they're at right now, this trading for KD is a move, and you're letting the league know and your fan base know we're a move away from competing in whatever, in the West or the East, whatever team decides to inquire about KD. The Pistons aren't there yet. They don't even have, number one, their players are still developing. We like the young talent. But you think drop KD on this team right now, they'd be better, but how much
they'd
better?
Be in the playoffs, 100%. With Cade, they would be...
Oh, with Cade, absolutely, but we're talking with Cade. Who do they lose to get KD? That's the question.
Okay, so let me sell you what I went through, okay?
Okay.
None of this I like, but I'm going to ask you, we're going to start with the questionnaire here. Is Kevin Durant LeBron James?
And just as a player...
Well, you can ask me.
I'll
tell you specifically.
I would say...
Durability. We'll start there.
Durability.
Is Kevin Durant as durable as LeBron James?
No, not the last couple of years.
Has there been 56, 57 games played in this NBA season?
Yeah, around that number.
Okay. So Kevin Durant's only played in 39 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Not concerned at all.
Yeah.
Played in 55 last year, 35 the year prior, coming off the Achilles injury. 33, 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Will be 35 soon. And I'm going to trade Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, the top overall pick in this upcoming draft, and a future lottery protected pick for Kevin Durant. Does that sound worth it to you?
No.
Not losing everything. You get to keep Killian Hayes.
And imagine if KD...
You get to keep Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham. It's all nice and games. But you're going to trade for a 33, 34-year-old who nobody, by the way, is LeBron James. Nobody plays at that level, averaging that many minutes, other than LeBron James.
Right.
He is the anomaly. Brady was the anomaly in the NFL. LeBron is the anomaly in the NBA. Am I mortgaging my future, no matter how frustrated I am as a viewer, as a consumer for the Pistons, as frustrated as I may be, would I be willing to get rid of Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, the top overall pick that could be with Victor Wembanyama, Killian Hayes maybe, and another future pick protected in the lottery? Who knows?
For a player you don't even know will stay long term. He could opt out and say, you know what, I'm out, deuces.
For a player who is sensitive. And I'm thinking, when I trade for Kevin Durant, I'm immediately in championship mode, right?
Yeah.
That's my mindset.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do I, and when I say I mean Detroit, do the Pistons have Draymond Green?
No.
Think personality, not on the court.
No, they don't. They don't have a no.
Do they have Klay Thompson?
No.
Do they have the most unselfish guard in my generation, and the greatest three-point shooting guard of all time in Steph Curry?
They have an unselfish guard, but no.
Unselfish superstar.
Not yet. Superstar yet. No.
Okay. Not yet.
That's the point. Not yet.
Steve Kerr's their coach? Able to handle multiple personalities?
No.
You have to win Casey.
Currently, yes.
Who's your GM? Troy Weaver? Solid.
Well,
I'll give you that.
no, very familiar with Kevin Durant.
I'll give you that.
Very familiar.
You checked one box. You're missing the other 7. Who's going to play defense on this team when Kevin Durant comes, huh? Killian Hayes? Killian Hayes is about to have a mental breakdown because he's getting benched and has less minutes over the last, week and a half, 2-3 week stretch. He's ready to quit. He's losing his mind.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't
Even
either.
if Kevin Durant came here, I would be very happy.
Imagine-
Don't get me wrong. You're talking about one of the best players in the NBA. Having said that, you don't trade away your future for Kevin Durant at that age unless you can guarantee me he'll be playing till he's 38 like LeBron.
Yeah. No,
Which you can't.
And
nobody will.
I agree 100%. I don't think forking up all your assets, really your future, you could argue. I mean, the Pistons have spent the last couple of years building a talented young roster, guys that aren't at their primes yet but are trending in that direction. If you get rid of, like you said, let's say it's Ivy or whoever it is, in other players with assets, picks, draft picks, that could set the Pistons back if it doesn't work out. And I would appreciate it if they're on the fringe of contending. If they need a player like Kevin Durant to take that next step, Kevin Durant would certainly improve this roster, but improve to what extent? What does Kevin Durant make this roster if you take off Ivy, Sadiq, and some and draft picks? I'll tell you, it's a first-round exit, maybe even second round. You're not doing nothing with KD if you drop him on this team right now. It's not worth it. You still have a lot to work to do. You got money in the offseason. These players are improving. You got a draft pick. They're not at that point yet. They're not the Mavericks where you have Luka Doncic and you can go out and take a risk on Kyrie Irving.
You think you do.
They're not.
And when I say you think you do,
It's not
you
worth
think
it.
you have a potential superstar, okay? Luka walked in the league Luka special.
Yeah, he's a
Luka
superstar right away.
has top 10 all-time potential.
Definitely.
Potential. That doesn't mean he will end up being that, but I can guarantee he'll be a top 25 player when it's all said and done. That's for sure. And can Cade be that? I don't know yet. Did Cade show 26-6 on a bum leg? Yeah, that's kind of fucking good.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't developed a mid-range. He still hasn't really dialed in his three-point shot. Luka came into the league a much more polished shooter and scorer overall.
Yeah, just high IQ.
Cade's got time. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
runway to get better,
Oh, yeah.
right? So I'm feeling really good about it. But I'm not giving up my future. And look, I'm not saying Ivy and Durant or any of these kids right now are better than KD will be in the next year and a half window.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think the Pistons are a championship team by acquiring Kevin Durant? No. No. Dwayne Casey's their coach. They don't have any personality on the team. So what does that mean? And I think this is the most underrated part of the NBA. If Kevin Durant shows up in Detroit, who is the alpha personality? I'm not talking on the court. I'm not talking ball usage. I'm talking who commands the locker room because of their attention, because of their charisma, or lack thereof.
They don't have like a Draymond Green.
They don't have
They don't
an
have
identity, which means you bring in Kevin Durant, your young players, regardless whether you believe in them or not, will adapt and will grow under the identity of Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant, as a solo act, as a leader of a team, has never delivered the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Has always come up short. Has always been passive-aggressive at times. It's been odd. Never really wanted to throw Russell Westbrook under the bus until he didn't really have a choice. Never stood up for James Harden when they wanted to keep Serge Ibaka. Odd.
Yeah. He's not a great leader.
He's
That's
not
the difference between him and
He's
LeBron.
just not a leader. Now, would I trade, hypothetically, Jaden Ivey and picks and all the shit for a Steph Curry 2 years ago? Oh my God, yeah. But it would never happen, obviously. But the point is, you get to embody a true leader.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, they are leaders by committee in Boston.
Definitely.
Go look at the best team. Go look at Denver. Jokic is the leader. Do I want Kevin Durant leading my basketball team? On and off the court?
Or can he?
On? Yeah, he's one of the best players. Off? No. Leadership qualities? No. Showing up to the gym before anybody? No.
And that's Kevin. Kevin Durant wants to just play basketball.
Well, that's fucking great.
Right.
But that's not what superstars do, buddy.
That's why the Warriors were such a great fit for him, because
You know who
he
else
could
wanted
just
to
go
play
in
basketball, Jeff?
and just play
You
basketball.
know who else wanted to play basketball? They just wanted to practice.
Oh gosh.
I love him. Allen Iverson.
By the way-
just wanted to play ball.
By the way, Joe Dumars, Chauncey Billups traded for Allen Iverson. Didn't work out too well, but we don't got to revisit that.
That was old AI. But come on.
But
You get my point here?
Yes.
Just want to play basketball, man. I just want to play basketball. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you got it.
You want to be one of the greatest players. You not only just right now, you want to be one of the greatest ever. It takes a level of commitment that maybe less than 0.001% of the population ever even experiences, let alone understands. That is what it takes. It takes more than you can ever imagine. And do I think Kevin Durant is that guy? No, he's not. No, he's not. Now, I'll give AI this. I would rather have AI over Kevin Durant on my team. I know that for a
Both
fact.
of their primes.
Yeah. AI got that 76ers team to a finals.
I know,
Come
he's
on.
incredible. Yeah.
Come on. Got a game over Shaq and Kobe they had no business getting.
Yeah.
But they're both the same player at the end of the day. Now, is AI more of a dog? Hell yeah. I love that's why. That's the only difference.
He is.
But, a huge but. If I was building a team and I had an unselfish superstar one that could lead my franchise like the Warriors had with Steph Curry, I'm going to lean KD.
Absolutely.
Because I know KD, that's his comfort zone. Because you allow him to do what? Just play ball. Different eras, different players. But the point doesn't really go away.
Mm-hmm.
Can you lead my basketball team? No, you can't. Emotionally, you can't. And that's a red flag for me.
Him and Kyrie.
Can't do
I mean, those two together, when they first linked up.
Kyrie doesn't have to in Dallas, though.
Now, yes, you're correct. But when they linked up, it's like, okay, two of the most talented scorers of the basketball linking up. This should go well. First round exit later. Second round exit later. I mean, this is Kevin Durant, to your point. If you're talking about leading a team to a championship, Kevin Durant doesn't do that. He can help. He can be your best player on a stacked championship team. But like you said, the other things that entails of being the best player, being a great leader, holding guys accountable, making sure guys are doing their jobs. Kevin Durant's not really his cup of tea. He just wants to go out there and shoot the basketball.
I think
play at an extremely high level, which is great. But yeah, no.
I think Luigi says this perfectly. Saying a former MVP isn't so stupid. When I would trade this whole franchise for a caliber of KD. See, this is the problem. Kevin Durant is 34 years old, turning 35. 34 going on 35.
Yeah, he's not getting
any younger. And you want me
younger.
to trade Jaden Ivey, who is putting up 15-4-4, 15-5-4 this year? You want me to trade away him, potentially Scoot Henderson or Victor Wembanyama, along with future picks, and basically my whole roster,
right,
for a 34-year-old who I know cannot lead my team like a LeBron James could? Trading for LeBron at 34, I'd give everything.
Right.
Everything. Ivy, love you, sorry. Hayes, goodbye. Sadiq, goodbye. Wembanyama, goodbye. F it, because I know I'm going to get to the finals. That's a guarantee with LeBron. I know I'm getting there.
Right.
There are no guarantees with Kevin Durant.
No. We've only seen him make the finals with James Harden, young James Harden, Russell Westbrook, very young Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams. You go to the Warriors. They make
Rides
the finals.
their coattails for 2 years.
Yes. You're right.
Whether you like it or not, he was the best player.
He was in the finals
but
and in the
he
playoffs.
was not the leader of that team.
No,
and
he
I'm not
wasn't.
talking leadership.
No, he wasn't.
It's just talking.
Right.
Steph Curry allowed that team to be what it was. Draymond Green allowed it to be what it was.
Right.
Kevin Durant, that's how they made him feel good. They let him walk up the court and do what he does best, play basketball. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to worry about the media, the stress, the pressure. The Warriors never allowed that to enter his system, which, honest to God, I thought that was the best situation for him.
I agree.
And now we talk about Kevin Durant as one of the greatest players ever. Why? Because he went out and he was arguably the best player on a championship winning team.